Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Wolvpvck podcast with your host Wolfson here, talking about all about the good, the bad, and the ugly stuff that happens on a weekly basis in this entertainment industry. We're gonna cover a couple of things, what's happening with the Game Awards, as well as some reveals, the direction of DC that's heading right now. And that's where we're going to talk about some very, very controversial topics that has happened not last week, And we're going to talk about a few more things. But, before we get doing, I don't know what was I going by that one. Anyways, let's get down with the shiznets, all right, guys? So first things first, on the first topic that we got right here. Let me take a look at my, I need to have my phone with all the topics. If not, I'm going to forget about it. That's how it goes. Blame my ADD on that. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to start off with a very, very controversial topic. Griener releases for an arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death. Wow. What a way to kick things up with this episode. Jesus. All right. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I try to avoid as much as possible with the politics and what's going on with the world, especially when governments are involved and politics are involved. I try to steer that away as much as possible. Sometimes it needs to be, talked about here in the show because I said it in the beginning of the first episode. This is an entertainment podcast. We're going to talk about everything that happens in the entertainment industry, Oh, but what's this thing got to do with the entertainment? And what, politics is entertainment? No, politics is not an entertaining thing. In fact, I find it so annoying. And I find it like, what a waste of energy and blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, there's a WNBA player who happens to be in the sports industry, and the sports industry still falls within the entertainment industry. I mean, if there's a camera and they recording you doing things, you're a part of the entertainment industry, fortunately or unfortunately for others, however you want to flip it over. So we have to talk about this, and I'm going to be very controversial about this, and I know I'm going to get flack about it. But somebody has to speak, or many has spoken, but they spoken with the wrong reasons, if you may, or they speak because of bias, Here's what I think about this. I'm first and foremost, I'm happy that she's home. That's first and foremost. I'm happy that she's home. She's with her wife. And she's with her family and friends, and that she can actually come back again and work at the WNBA. I would assume so, because that's the only thing she can do. She's a basketball player. If she decides to be an activist or do other things or write a book about it and say like my experience or do a documentary, I'll watch the documentary. I definitely want to see her perspective and her experience being in the gulags, or Russian prison, however you want to put it. I want to put it out there. I'm happy that she's home. Am I happy that we traded off a celebrity for an arms dealer? No. That is not right. That is no way, and in any humane way, that is like the greatest trade ever. Like, no. I feel like that is the biggest mistake that the U.S. government, especially the Biden administration, can do at this moment, especially in these harsh times that we are right now. Right now, we're in the brink of war, and Russia is still kicking it, against Ukraine. They're still trying to take over, and it's been on a stalemate in a sense. Like neither side are giving up. Basically, I feel like Russia needed somebody like that arms dealer. I forgot his name. I'm not gonna look it up, but I know he's known as the Merchant of Death. He is known as the Lord of War. They made a movie out of it, the Nicolas Cage movie. Yeah, they made a movie out of him. So I need to choose my words carefully and tread carefully about this. What I'm about to say. I would have, if I was in that position, I would never give up an arms dealer that has been known to the world globally that he's a merchant of death, that he supplies guns and weapons to all these other nations so they can have, weapons with them. And he makes he makes millions, if not billions of money. Like a shitload of money. I would never risk having him exchanged for a celebrity that its only contribution has been only playing the WNBA and nothing else. And somebody can correct me any other contributions that she can do, and I can fact check it myself on the next episode. I'm the comments up below. I'm more than welcome to be a little bit open-minded about that. But at the end of the day, it's a celebrity that holds no value in war terms versus an arms dealer who is extremely high values in war terms. And we just do the trade. I feel like that is the biggest mistake Biden can ever do. I know a lot of people are gonna say a lot of things about me, but I'm open. And the reasoning why it's a bad deal is because Russia needs an arms dealer right now because they're losing the war, little by little. They need somebody to access these weapons. And you just gave them the one that actually accesses weapons to everybody in the world. No, but he's going straight to the gulags, to a Russian prison. We don't know that. We don't know that. Especially how Russia has been playing lately. We don't know that. We don't know nothing about it, of what's going on in Russia. So giving free access to a trade to an arms dealer that has a significant impact to the world versus a celebrity that only has a significant impact to America and certain places, that's not the best trade ever. Like, I don't know. Somebody could comment down below and we can, dispute this argument. I know a lot of people of the left and the liberals are saying that's the best thing that they could have done. Good thing that she's back home and whatnot. And then you got the conservative sides indicating the complete opposite. And mind you, this was literally a alley-oop for the Republicans and the conservatives. This literally gave them the alley-oop and dunk on it and say, like, this is why we need a new president. This is why, we can't trust the liberals and whatnot, because look at all this dumb shit. There's certain things I do not agree with the conservatives. There's probably a little bit more. But in this situation, I agree with them. Like, no sane person will ever trade somebody who has the power to murder millions for somebody who's never done anything other than just play NBA. I call it like it is. And before you go even further, hear me out. The reason why this got so popular is not because of race or ethnicity or sexuality. No, it got popular because she broke the law, and as a celebrity, her name was in every other newspaper. It's her title, the celebrity title, the WNBA player. And then you got everyone in their mothers on every celebrities looking out for the celebrity, saying, "Hey, we need to put more pressure on this. Like, we need her back," which is fine. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's bring her back. If I were to go to Russia and then I commit a crime, are those celebrities gonna be behind my back? No, it's only gonna be my family, and they're gonna fight every day to the U.S. embassy and the U.S. government to see if they can bring me back. And they're not gonna do it. It's gonna take years and years and years, and I'm sitting there. If I was a celebrity, oh, that's a different perspective. Oh no, we need to get him out. He's important to us. He has done so much in the contribution. That's how the world works right now. And Russia literally made a fool of the U.S. government. You don't know what you're talking about, Wilson? Well, hear me out. There has been a few instances in which there was a Marine. There was a former Marine that got arrested in Russia, and I think he's still in Russia jail. And they've tried everything in their power to get him back, but nothing. As well as they try another. I think it was the journalist. There was a journalist that went to jail for minor reasons, for some minor reasons. Like they weren't supposed to go to jail, but they went to Russia jail. and they trying to get them out and they couldn't. And they're still in jail. So that's how I know it's like they only care about the celebrity. Because if it wasn't a celebrity, then it would have never been on the news or in the newspapers. And they're still in jail suffering. If anybody has an update with those people, please comment down below and let me know about the updates of those people. But as far as I know, they're still in jail. And I heard that they try to do a 2-for-1. Like I give you the arms deal for Griener and the journalist or the Marine. I don't know, something like that. This is something that I was informed to and I was looked into it. I was like, oh shit. And this is like the perfect example of why celebrities, they can get away with anything. This is why it's fucked up. You got somebody who fight for your country, and then you got somebody who's just doing their job, reporting the news or being a journalist, and they go to jail and they can't get you out. They're gonna have the same treatment with me. They're gonna have the same treatment with you over anybody else. If you're not in that high celebrity status, you're gonna go to jail, and there's no way that the U.S. embassy or the U.S. diplomacy, using the government, are gonna try to take you out. No, it got so pushed because of Griener. And mind you, Griener did commit the crime, and she pled guilty about it. She did the crime, which is kind of dumb the way it happened. But then again, it's not your country. Every country in the world has their own laws, and we have to respect it. On my previous episode, I talked about this, in which whenever you travel to another country, please at least know some of the basic laws and rules and regulation in that country, so that way you can avoid committing it, because you would never know that you'll probably be committing it without knowing it, and you can go to jail. And outside of the US, you're guilty. You're guilty until you're proven innocent. So you go straight to jail right away until you go on a court, and then they'll prove you whether you're guilty or you're innocent. Over here is you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So something that you guys have to understand, like there's different laws outside of the US, and every country is different. And I can agree, some of the laws are much more harsh, and they should actually update with those laws. I agree. But then again, we don't live in that country, and we don't have no power about it. All we have is the power of saying something to them. Other than that, you can't do any changes. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do. So it's the same thing with here, So yes, I agree that the punishment, it was harsher than what it should be, but that's their law. That's how they rule the country. So trading an arms dealer for a celebrity was a very stupid decision. And I'm happy that she's home and take advantage of it and write a documentary. I want to know more about how her experience about it, because for sure she's going to make money out of it. 100%. No doubt about it. She's going to make money out of it. That being said, it was the stupidest decision, because you couldn't get the others, but you can get the celebrity. They go first. I mean, wouldn't you be mad that you've been here for a while and this person just got in, and all of a sudden this person gets out first than you, and you're like, what the hell? Russia made a fool of the U.S. government. I'm stepping away from the politic talks right now. This is what I think. You guys got something to say? Comment down below. Let's have a discussion. Give me an update on the others. But I feel that was the stupidest trade. Let's get on with the next topic, man. The Liver King. Oh, yeah, this is actually juicy shit. The Liver King, everybody who doesn't know who the Liver King is this beefy looking motherfucker that according to him, if you want to be jacked up with pecs and muscles and whatnot and live how you're supposed to live, you gotta be eating liver and raw meat and whatnot, living in the mountains. And so you got this bearded ass without no shirt and all buffed out looking motherfucker, eating liver, which entails him the Liver King, and has a company, a school or a dietary that tells you, like, you want to be like me, this is how you do it. So at first I was like, I really did not want to cover it, but then again, because he's been doing this for a year, and he's been going on a podcast run, talking about it. And it wasn't until recently that he comes out a leak of an email saying like whatever he does, yeah, it's a lie. He's not buff because eating livers and being whatnot, being a caveman. No, he's buff because he's been taking steroids.
Nani? Bruh.
So everything that you said up to now is a bullshit, basically. It's a total lie. So everything that you said doesn't work, doesn't really work. Now, why is this so important to talk about? Well, the reason why it's important to talk about is because this guy has been running a campaign on a false narrative that, the only way for you to be buffed and looking like this and that is by you go by my class, by my company, by my dietaries, by this and that. And that's how you're going to get buffed. You're leading down a false narrative when in reality, the way you actually did it is by, injecting yourself with steroids.
Bruh.
So let's take a look at it a little bit right here. So Liver King, an organ eating fitness guru, exposed his steroids using a shocking YouTube apology. Yeah. I only saw a few about it, but yeah, the YouTube apology was just whack as fuck, bro. This is like the weakest apologies I am, So here goes Brian Johnson, who makes $100 million a year on his all-natural raw meat diet and fitness regimen. That's what it is, guys. He said that he's making $100 million out of eating raw meat and fitness regime, and that's why he's telling everybody that's how the caveman used to eat. So that's how we get our primal instincts kick in. That's caveman mentality. That's just like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Even Joe Rogan makes fun of it. Tells his followers, I steroids. Build a kingdom hyping a diet of raw meat and rigorous exercises to achieve strength, health, and happiness, which is total bullcrap. And his viral TikTok videos, organ devouring liver came loudly imagines the ancestral caveman-like lifestyle. Yeah, the ancestral caveman lifestyle is that you live in a cave and you have no power or no connection to the outside world. You just live in the cave, but you live in $100 million mansion. Okay, very luxurious caveman lifestyle, if any. Eating such delicacy as raw liver, bone marrow, and bull testicles, which is disgusting all around. And why? He subsequently made a fortune selling proteins and supplements and dry animal organs, that's completely bad. That violates a lot of OSHA violations and health code violations. But now the Liver King ring as his premier fitness influencer is in jeopardy after confessing of lying about taking steroids on a jacked up body, which total makes sense. Like, look at this motherfucker, all bearded out, all jacked up. You're telling me by eating raw meat and doing exercising and whatnot, that's how you get yourself jacked?
Congratulations.
Yeah, okay.
You played yourself.
I lied and I misled a lot of people. No shit. His real name is Brian Johnson. Huh? In a summary, yes, I've done steroids and yes, I'm on steroids. Of course. I don't. And here's the thing. Why are we making a big deal out of this? Besides the whole false narrative that he's been selling something that's like completely the opposite of what he's doing. It's not just that. That's like you can get in trouble legally. You can get in trouble out of it. It's not just that. It's just he's been lying to everybody when they call his like, oh, he's been using steroids. He's been using steroids. And even Joe Rogan has mentioned a few times in his podcast, it's like, there's no way that you're that jacked up and not using steroids. Like, there's no way. Like, there is no way. And he's been on a run saying like, I don't use steroids. I don't touch that stuff. Never touch it. I'm not going to do stuff. That's it. He's been on that parade for many podcasts saying like, I don't do steroids and whatnot. I like that. I don't touch that and blah, 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 blah. And here it comes saying like, nope, you actually do this story. So hypocrite, liar. Instead, he pushed a narrative that his family, his wife is the liver queen. Okay. Live according to 9 ancestral tenets to eat, sleep, move, shine, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond. Okay, you really want to live the caveman style. But if you really want to live the caveman style, live in a fucking cave. Don't be like bougie about it. It's like I live in a nice fucking house. Mansion, actually.
Emotional, damn it.
As we own facade exposed by another fitness YouTuber who showed leaked emails from Johnson admitting to taking multiple steroids and asking the dealer to sell him even more. The video included Johnson's blood test, proved that his steroid use. Why he lied? Sitting in the I'm sorry, as a man can be, he admitted of taking a high testosterone. Yeah, he's been taking a high grade of testosterone per week, but deny the rules. Or just, yeah, okay. I don't know about the plastic surgery, but I believe that the steroids. Johnson blamed his steroids because of his insecurity. Oh, wow. Great. When I talk about 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of the... This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week. Just feel okay. And hormone replacement has helped profoundly. Wow. Okay. What do I think about this?
She belongs to the street.
He's full of shit, basically. And then he admit the way he admits it in a way that he's the victim in all this. Oh, I blame this on self-esteem. That's why I'm doing this. No shit. But you lie about it. And when people ask about it, you denied it. You lie. And not only that, you've been selling a false dream to a lot of people who's been invested on your company, invested on your diet and whatnot. And you'll be selling a fool's errand, basically.
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah, you lie. You should get punished. You should get you should actually get some sort of legal trouble with it because of your lie, because that could actually potentially hurt someone's health or affect someone else's health because you give them on a false narrative of eating a certain way. That could actually affect someone else. And if somebody dies on your watch because you tell them that's how you this and they die because of it, then that's on you. So screw the Liver King. And I'm happy he's getting dethronement, if you want to call it. Let's move on with the next topic. Well, I'm happy to say that that's all the bad stuff that happened. Let's talk about the good and the weird stuff that happens. We're right now heading to the movies and TV section, which is very cool. Let's talk about it. So one thing I definitely want to talk about was DC's heading to the right direction. This is something I definitely wanted to talk about because lately DC just got himself a new president or a new producer that's in charge of all DC films and shows and TVs and whatnot, just like Kevin Feige, who's the main dude behind Marvel. He's in charge of all Marvel projects. Well, they hired James Gunn and another producer to be in charge of all DC projects, which is a great direction, I believe. I mean, he demonstrated by doing the Guardians of the Galaxy and how great those movies are. And then when the whole DC debacle happened, not DC, Marvel thing debacle happened, DC hired him immediately so that he can do the sequel to Suicide Squad, and he called it The Suicide Squad. And it was a highly successful movie that supersedes the original film, which got way better. That they greenlit James Gunn to do the Peacemaker, a spin-off series behind the sequels movie with one of the characters, the Peacemaker. And it has grown such a high success rate out of it that, DC's like, yo, I think this is the great direction. Let's put him in charge of this because he knows about comics. So James Gunn and another producer, I forgot what was the name of the other producer, took over DC and now is in charge of all the projects. And one of the projects that they're being mentioned that he's gonna make this great is I believe let me see. I'm looking at my topics right now so I won't forget. Oh yeah. So James Gunn basically stop or halt or cancel a lot of projects that were already in the works. See, James Gunn on the future of DC Universe. We know we're not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we can do in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. By doing so, basically, the second Superman movie, which before Henry Cavill wasn't aboard with it, so they never put him in the next Man of Steel. But then I guess after a certain while, after he did The Witcher, now he wants to go back again and do Man of Steel. So they get greenlit to do the second sequel. But James Gunn put a hold on that. They say we're holding this right now because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. So We don't know if Henry Cavill's character is gonna be the next Superman. We don't know that. The second sequel just basically stopped altogether. Let's see, as well as Wonder Woman 3. Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman may be casualty of Warner Bros. Changing executive guard. So basically, DC is saying that we're not moving forward with Wonder Woman 3, which, in my perspective, I'm happy. I'm very happy that we're not getting a Wonder Woman 3. That's so sexist of you. How dare you say that? Listen. Wonder Woman 2 was pure garbage. A first Wonder Woman was amazing. The second one was just pure garbage. They fucked up and butchered the second movie.
Emotional damage.
Which is surprising because Patty Jenkins, she did a phenomenal job on the first movie, but then comes to the second movie, I don't know what happened. She just was just completely bad. Like the whole plot line, the storyline, bringing back some of the characters, it was just so stupid. The antagonist, it wasn't even a real antagonist. There wasn't any threats to it. Overall, it was just bad. It was just bad overall. So she wanted to do a third movie and she wanted to do it her way again. But Warner's is like, nah, we're going to do it our way because we tried to give you your way and it did not work. And she's like, well, I'm not going to do it. And we're just like, all right, bye.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
That's how it works, Margot Robbie has been pushing for Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy romance for years. Also, she wants to add Margot Robbie's character of Harley Quinn to have something with Poison Ivy. I mean, understandable. The Flash will make a splash on the silver screen 1 week earlier than the original plan. I'm surprised that they didn't cancel this movie. This one has been up in the air for quite some time, but I guess it's because they already filmed them, so it's just like, all right, here you go, So now it's coming on June 16th. Wasn't there a Marvel movie or something that's coming around that time? That's not us. Oh, wait a minute. Now, here we go. So Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 pitch involved Diana Prince placing Steve Trevor into the Lazarus pit, where the League of Assassins would use his advanced strength to go to war against Themyscira. The film ends with Diana leaving him in the care of Task Force X. That's why they say nah.
She belongs to the street.
Nah, bro. Now, why are we bringing a lot of Batman villains into other movies that Batman is not involved? And I agree with Patty Jenkins, not Patty Jenkins. No, I agree with Warner for not greenlighting that stupid pitch. Why are we keep bringing the dead over and over again? Why are we bringing Chris Pine's character over again? What the hell, guys? No, let's move forward. We already talked about Wonder Woman in the past. All right, let's talk about her in the present, in the future. Come on. So yeah, I'm glad Warner Bros. Put a stop on that because it's that's going to be pure garbage again. It will make no sense. Why, of all of a sudden, the League of Assassins are going to go in war against Themyscira? Why? They've been known to go to war against Gotham because they want to rebuild and destroy. They want to destroy Gotham and rebuild it from the ashes and create a new and better Gotham. And once they do that, they're going to do that on every place in the world. Why is it that we're putting on Themyscira? What beef did these guys have that I wasn't aware about? Nah, bro. Fuck out of here. Yeah, so James Gunn has been, firing projects left and right. And it just keeps me wondering, maybe we are heading in the right direction. Because if he's putting a pause to these projects, that means he feels like some of these projects are on a rush. I heard that Matt Reeves' Batman 2 is also on a pause. It's going to happen, but it's on a pause. Even though that Batman actually came up pretty good. We don't know anything about it right now. But yeah, James Gunn taking direction to DC. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a good thing right now. So far, he's canceling a lot of projects. That means he's getting down to business. He wants these things to be right. I don't want to fuck it up like they earlier did with the Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. I think that's where they really screwed the pooch even further. But we'll see. We'll see how things goes, actually, guys. So far, I'm liking the direction that they're going, Next topic, trailers. Woo, there's been a lot of trailers that popped out last week, One of the trailers that they popped out, I was just like, what? was the Transformers trailer. That's right. Now we got a new Transformers movie that's gonna be basically bringing all the Beast Wars Transformers. So you got the Maximals and the Autobots fighting against the Decepticons and the Predacons. I don't know. Like, it's weird because if for those of you who are Transformer fans, the Beast Wars happen on a different timeline than the actual Transformers timeline. You know, it's like two different timelines or two different universes. I don't remember much, but I know it's like it happened way too different. Like, and Optimus Primal is a different character than Optimus Prime. They're two different primes, basically. So now they're bringing them again into the big screen, and they're adding a few more. It's like I'm hyped. I'm interested about it. I'm all about it, and to be honest. So yeah, you got the Transformers Rise of the Beast right here. So I don't know. It's looking kind of like very promising. And I don't know if Michael Bay is not behind this. I hope not. I don't know. But look how gorgeous it is, the Maximals. Look, and they're bringing G1 Optimus Prime, which is like, I'm all about it. Yeah, that is way better than the original Transformers, you know? So it looks like a new threat is coming. What a shocker. It's the Decepticons or the Predacons, I guess, in this case. And that's why the Maximals are getting involved with this. But yeah, and then we got a new character. We got a few more characters. I don't know. I'm curious to how they're actually doing this. And so far, it's looking very promising, you know? It's just, I'm all about it with the hype right now. I'm all about it. You got some of the, you know, recurring G1 characters, and and some of the characters from the Beast Wars anime, our show. So they're, yeah, Rhinox is right there. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm actually intrigued. That's what I will say. I'm very intrigued about this movie, and it's coming next year. So it's gonna be like, look how the transformation is. I'm all about CGI war. You know, like this. Yeah, because this is a Transformers movie. I'm all about, you know, show me more Transformer battles and show me less humans interacting with it. You know, I'm all about that. And it looks like we're getting that. Like, we're definitely getting a lot more of the CGI battles between the Transformers within each other. And I don't know what else I gotta say to hype you guys up about this movie. I'm all about it. Next is the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy, the third volume. So in this movie, they talked about that Adam Warlock is gonna appear, and another villain is also gonna be appearing in Guardians of the Galaxy. They're gonna talk about it's not Drax, it's fuck. I keep forgetting the raccoon's name. Fucking A. So many characters. They're gonna talk about his origin story and all that, and also they say supposedly Gamora is coming back, and they also say that somebody beloved is gonna die. A lot of speculations based on the trailer. So I'm gonna watch it. As doesn't matter. Rush Hour 4 is in productions, guys. Jackie Chan literally announced this not too long ago, saying that Rush Hour 4 is in productions with Chris Tucker. I'm hype about it. Yep, I'm hype about it because I love the Rush Hour movies. All three of them, 1, 2, and 3. I feel like 1 is the weakest one. And I know a lot of people is gonna say, what is wrong with you, Wolves? And 1 is the best. That's what started it all. That is true. But if we're gonna like numerate like in order of like my likeness, 2, 3, and 1. Nani? 2 is by far the best one. And 3, it brings so much comedic tone into the movie. And 1, it was just trying to find out its space, you know? And I feel like the 2 and 3 were like already know where we are, and this is what you're about to be expecting about it, you know? And it's just, it keeps more laughter. And the combo between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker is just, you know, a perfect, you know, partnership, you know, right there. So I'm happy that they announced that they're in production with Rush Hour 4. I'm so excited about it. Another thing that actually got, you know, breaking news that says that, you know, they're in production. Deadpool 3, they say they're gonna start production on May 2023, which is pretty cool. All right, we're gonna start filming. And one of the things that they confirmed is that Josh Brolin is confirmed as Cable, which is phenomenal. That means we're actually gonna get probably the whole entire cast of Deadpool 2, except for one of the actors that has been talking nonstop to Ryan Reynolds. I keep forgetting, but he's like, for me, he's like a whatever character. But yeah, Josh Brolin is back as Cable. Obviously, Wolverine is gonna be there. You know, Ryan Reynolds, and also the actress that plays Domino, she's gonna be there. So Deadpool 3 is gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be phenomenal, and I hope they continue to rise up with that level. You know, let's see what else. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Okay, I guess on the movie and TV aspects, we're done. Let's go to the final topic, which is the video games era. So a lot of things happened last week with video games because the Video Game Awards appeared. And there was a lot of game reveals that was just like, whoa, okay. And then there was a Game Awards that won Game of the Year and whatnot. A few nominations. We're going to get down to it. But the one thing I definitely want to get down to the topic first is that Elden Ring won Game of the Year, which it was between God of War or Elden Ring, and I feel like Elden Ring deserved it. And it's not because I'm biased. I never played Elden Ring, and I've been playing God of War Ragnarok, and it's phenomenal. It's another masterpiece from Santa Monica Studios and PlayStation Studios. Like it's a great game, amazing, and it deserved to be in competition with Elden Ring. However, I feel like the game just recently released. We need to give it a little bit more time for it to flourish, so that way it could be like, okay, how good of the game this is. All right, this is a Game of the Year worthy. You know, it's still too early, even though it has done great on sales and whatnot, and people are been playing about it and talking about it. I feel like Elden Ring has still continued to surpass its expectations, and people are still playing Elden Ring, and it's been doing for months and months. So I feel like, yeah, Elden Ring deserved it. It was good. What's crazy about this is that Elden Ring did their speech, and out of nowhere, this kid just appeared and just did a speech. Just out of nowhere.
NANI?
Who is this kid? No fucking clue. We're going to take a look at that right now. And here's the title from the Kotaku article. It says that kid sneaks onto Game Awards to nominate Bill Clinton and detained by the police. Oh, so this is like a little give of this kid. Like everybody here is like, who is this kid? And he goes, I nominate Bill Clinton. What? How in the... Oh, there's a video.
I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, that is so cringe. Who the fuck is this guy? Why was there a random French kid on stage that shouted out Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton? And in my... Bro, the tweets are funny. Let's take a look. So, yes, at the end of it, developers from software collected their Game of the Year award, Elden Ring, and a youth just popped out and nominated former President Clinton. Shortly after, they announced the person has been arrested. However, the LAPD later said that only a report was taken. What?
NANI?
Hey, Martin, real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. The kid said right after Elden Ring was finished. It says security was making for the stage even before he could finish with a thank you. Oh, yeah. So that's what we saw. Ended up hitting viewers as I woke from their collective video game trailer trends, and naturally social media in the chaos. Who was this kid? Where did he come from? Blah, 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 blah. Going back to rewatching the game, you can see the kid get up and beeline from the front software crew as they make for their stage to accept the award. Then while each of them is talking, you can see him waiting patiently in the background, nervously shuffling back and forth and repeatedly licking his lips, preparing his 15 seconds of internet fame, which, yeah, that's good job, kid. I have no idea if he was trying to be funny or doing some 4chan inspired anti-Semitic deep cut, but in the world where one of the most popular rap stars ever is currently praising Hitler, I'm prepared to believe the worst until proven otherwise. Yeah, basically. So Kelly Chuckle, as a blah, 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 he says that clearly unsettled juvenile display to win it, but he got the last laugh. According to the prancer is handed off to LAPD. Update. Since last night's prank, a long history of other stunts by the Bill Clinton kid has come to light. The LAPD also says no arrests were made, although a spokesperson of the Game Awards said he was taken to a police station for questioning. The headline has been updated and reflected that. Well, do we know that they? Anyways, yeah, like he pulled a solid snake on this. Like he did sneak level over 9,000. Because I didn't know where the kid came from, and I don't know what was his purpose out of it. I guess like he's trying to, like what they say, like he's trying to get his 50 seconds of fame. Which is wild how many people are trying to do that a lot more than before. It's becoming much more of a freaking shit. That's not good. Kids, don't do these crazy stunts just to get your 50 seconds of fame. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. You're going to get known. You're going to get a rap sheet because that's trespassing. And yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. Just like, yeah, I'm the bad boy that did this. And okay, bad boy, what else can you do? Nothing. Okay, then why'd you do it? Oh, so I could be famous. That is stupidity at its highest level, you know? Like, what does this kid got to do? And I just found out that, you know, that this kid is not his first rodeo doing stunts like that. Whoever the father of this kid must be, like, very happy of his son. Gotta do something before this kid, you know, winds up in the wrong award show and shit can go left real quick. You don't know how people can react. So, like, don't do these dumb shit. And, you know, I remember that something similar like that happened to the Vic Mignogna case with one of the cast members. And some kid, I don't know, where on a Comic-Con asked Chris Sabat about it. And Chris is like, you know, like, that's got nothing to do with this. And I wish you won't do your 50-second of fame out of this. And he's like, continue a person. He's like, you know what, dude, get the fuck out. That's what they say. And he's like, guys, follow me. I switched out. You took out this. I'm not my user. And everybody's like, boo. Like, get the fuck out. And they escorted him out. I was like, bro, why do these dumb stunts? Why? What's the whole purpose? To fulfill yourself? To feel like, I got it? Makes you look more of an idiot. But let's end this with, you know, with one of the game awards, you know, let's end it with this, guys. So yeah, here's a full winner list of all the announcements and whatnot. Let's see where we can find a complete list of announcement of the Games Awards. Like, this is pretty cool. Death Stranding 2 by Hideo Kojima. I am not very happy about that one, actually. It makes absolutely no sense. Why are we making a second game out of it? I don't think his first game did that well, the Death Stranding game. So why are we making a second one? I don't know. I was hoping for something much better than that. And, you know, it's a shame from Hideo Kojima doing this. I feel like that's exactly why Konami had to put him on a leash doing the Metal Gear games, because if not, he's going to go on a whole crazy level doing crazy crap. And this is one of the crazy craps he's doing. So, yeah, somebody has to be like, no, Kojima, don't do this. Like, it does not make sense. Like, no, like, if it didn't receive well, let's make a better game. Let's make a new game, I guess. I've been a Kojima fan because of the Metal Gear games, but since Death Stranding is like, I'm starting to fade away. Especially when I was highly anticipating for the next game of Zone of the Enders. That's been another Kojima, and it's a mech game. And I was hoping for at least something that's mech related, but this is bad. This is just, I don't know. It's not worth it, to be honest. Hades 2, I don't know. Final Fantasy 16 release date. It's getting released next year. I believe it was June 13 or something. So that has to be very cool. A new Armored Core game is popping. It's called Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. I saw the trailer and I was like, holy shit, this actually is gonna be a great game now for the next gen. I'm all about it. Street Fighter 6 release date. Now that's something for a lot of you who are into Street Fighters and what's the word? Fighting games. Anybody's into a fighting game, I'm pretty sure they're happy about this. Judas, don't know. Crash Team Rumble. Okay, a new Crash game. That's, I guess it's good. Star Wars Jedi Survivor's release date. It's next year. I believe it was March. I don't recall about it. But I'm definitely excited. I saw the trailer and it was definitely like, whoo. This is getting even better, Diablo 4. Okay. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. I'm happy that they released that trailer and they released it with the late Kevin Conroy's final voice acting. It was on that game. So rest in peace to Kevin Conroy, who's been known as the main voice actor for all the Batman animated series shows, the Batman Arkham Asylum games, and apparently on this one, he's been well known and beloved by the community. And it was heartbreaking that another great actor like himself, another great legend, died recently. Rest in peace to Kevin Conroy on that. And I'm happy to get that game just to hear his voice one last time on his great thing. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. I'm whatever. Hellboy, Airflame, Transformers Reactive. They say that's a new Transformers game. We'll see about how good it becomes. Other indie games, Tekken 8. Another good thing for a lot of fighters. I know a lot of fighting players, they are down for Tekken. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, starring Idris Elba. I don't know about that one. Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores. So it's a new DLC that's coming for the Horizons. That's pretty good. Last of Us Part 1 on PC. Among Us, Hide and Seek mode. Okay. Fire Emblem, Engage DLC. Dune. There's a Dune game. Okay. Dead Cell, Return to Castlevania. I mean, that's pretty. That's a big list. Like, I don't see any big games in here. Probably like 4 of them. Like Final Fantasy is a big game. I know Street Fighter 6 is a game. Star Wars Jedi release, Diablo 4. I know Suicide Squad is gonna be a big game as well. Other than that, it's just Horizon, but it's a DLC. A bunch of DLCs basically. Death Stranding, I'm not gonna give that props to it because it's not whatever. So here's the full list of winners on the Game of the Game Awards. Game of the Year, Elden Ring, and it was competition with Horizon and God of War, Ragnarok, Stray, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Plague, which is pretty dope that two major PlayStation contenders were in the nominations. That tells you a lot how PlayStation has evolved over the years and how it's dominating the game industry right now. I know for a lot of you Xbox players, they're right now cursing yourselves right now. Not an Xbox guy. If I can play the games in my PC, I don't need Xbox. Blame it on your Xbox. Don't blame it on PlayStation. Elden Ring was the winner. I mean, good for them. Best game direction, Elden Ring again. Some of the nominees, it was all right. Best narrative, God of War. Oh, absolutely. Best narrative so far, that has to be with God of War. Definitely. It has one of the great storylines behind it. Best art direction, Elden Ring. Sure. Best score music, God of War Ragnarok. Because this behind the sound designing and the composing of God of War, it takes a lot. And for it to be like so wow, it deserves it. Best audio design. Speaking of audio design, God of War, absolutely above than any of these. Absolutely. Best performance, Christopher Judge on God of War. Yes. Shout out to him. He's a great, voice actor for doing Kratos on the new God of War reboot sequels. Game Impact as Dusk Falls. I don't know any of this. Best ongoing, Final Fantasy 14. Oh, wow. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Final Fantasy 14 was the winner. Wow. That actually says a lot. Best indie, Strays. Oh, Stray is an indie game? There was no way it was going to win Game of the Year. Where is it? Yeah, no way. There was no shot. Or game directed. Nah, it's not that. It's an indie game. I'm sorry for you indie players. Like, you're nominated. That's as far as you're going to go. There's no way. You're indie for a reason. Like, if people really want to buy your games and it's because it's that belong, then it'll be elevated to a different level. But nah. Best mobile Marvel Snap over Genshi? Really? Huh. I don't think any of these others are that good in the mobile, but Genshi I know is well known within the community and everybody plays it. So that's kind of like, huh. Best community support Final Fantasy 14 over all these guys? Wow, okay. Innovation accessibility, God of War. Yeah, best VR or AR, Moz Book 2. Among all these, I guess. Bayonetta free best action game. I would have preferred Shredder's Revenge. Even though my bias to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is there, but I don't know. Modern Warfare 2, I'm not gonna say it's the best action game. I will say it's the best shooter game. But I don't know, maybe it's down there. Let's see. Best action adventure, God of War. Absolutely. Best fighter, Multiverses. I guess so, yeah. These were the nominees? Yeah, Multiverses is the one. Best roleplay, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Elden Ring, I will have to give it to Elden Ring, yeah, over the Pokemon. Best family, Kirby's Forget Him and whatever. Best Sin strategy, Mario Rapid. I guess these, yeah. Best sports, Gran Turismo 7. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know a lot of people were into Gran Turismo. Best multiplayer, Splatoon 3. Wow. It beat Modern Warfare 2. Wow. Content Creator of the Year, Ludwig. Who? Best Debut Indie, Stray, sure. Adaptations, Arcane League of Legends. Sure. Most anticipated game, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, there's an award about most anticipated games? What the fuck? Okay. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom over Resident Evil 4 remake? I don't know. I can see why it's nominated. Final Fantasy 16 nominated? Yeah. I would not see it winning. But Resident Evil 4 remake, I feel like it has a way higher popularity and demand that it does on the sequel of Breath of the Wild. I don't know. Esports Valorant, I didn't know. Oh, there's even esports. All right. Esports athletes. All right, good for them. Esport team, esport coach. There's literally a coach for these esport guys. Okay. And lastly, esport event 2022 League of Legends World Championship over some of these that I have no idea what these are, you know? Yeah, guys. Those are your game awards, guys. I'm excited for what's coming next year. But yeah, guys, I think we can wrap this up with that, you know. Oh yeah, here's the release date for Final Fantasy 16 is on June 22, 2023. So pre-order it today and you get something nice, you know. But like I said, guys, that's it for today, guys. We're gonna wrap this up with this, and rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. You know, you've been an inspiration for all of us. You're one of my favorite Batmans in the entire universe. This is like, there's no other better Batman than you. And I'm happy that I was able to live by and listen to you and your greatness. So, guys, we're going to wrap this up with here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, every week is a brand new episode with brand new topics. So always remember to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at youtube.com/TheLoneWolvPodcast, where you can check on the Lone Wolf Podcast all of my interviews, and of course the Wolvpvck podcast episodes. You know, every week, guys, you're always gonna have brand new episodes with brand new topics. So make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts, share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic you want me to discuss, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'm gonna do my best to cover it on the next episode. Also, guys, don't forget, you guys cannot watch it on YouTube. Good news, guys. You can watch it on every audio platform. That's right, guys. You can watch the Wolvpvck podcast episodes on all the audio platforms on SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Look for the Lone Wolf Podcast on any of them. You're going to see all the episodes are different. You're going to see the ones that are titled the Lone Wolf Podcast, and then you're going to see the ones that say Wolvpvck Podcast. Until I get things started and get a solid channel and a solid foundation with the Wolvpvck, everything's going to be under the Lone Wolf brand umbrella, guys. So check out all these audio versions of it. It's for free. You can just look for them. You can even type in Wolvpvck Podcast and it's going to appear. Remember, Wolvpvck is spelled with Wolvpvck. I know, guys. The V is supposed to be a in reverse, guys, but I put it in V because, it makes it more unique, guys. But you can check that out all my Lone Wolf podcast channels, and it's going to be there. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.